Hello. So this is a guide for Harpy build. Mine is specifically a Necro, but you can do like pretty much any class. Well, like you want to use specific ones. Like the best ones are probably like Paladin, Barbarian, maybe Sorcerer because you can cast Energy Shield. And Necro isn't really good, but I wanted a level 99 Necro, so I did it on Necro. Anyways, so Harpy Shield, in case you don't know, is this shield. It drops from the third red portal. I think it's called Infernal Pit. Um, and basically, it turns you into a harpy, so you can't cast any of your skills. Can't cast any of those. But you get Psychic Scream, which is it does physical damage, and it's based off of how much energy you have, and it uses your attack speed breakpoint. So yeah, and if I take this off, it hits slower because it's based off of your weapon speed. So you want a kind of fast weapon at least. So, um, yeah. The only thing I get out of being Necro, by the way, like you probably want to do this on Paladin, I'd say, or maybe Barbarian. But anyways, Necro gets like really low life, which really sucks. And they also don't really get to use any skills like Paladin and Barb get auras or passives. Also, you can put this on left click so you can run an aura with it. Um, but yeah, what was I gonna say? Something about I don't know. The only thing that Necro gets out of it though is that you can break immunities because on swap if you run increased curse effect gear with these two things, and then you have all your points put into Am I missing a torch? Oh, I don't have any of my charms and stuff. Whoops. Here they are. Anyways, Um, so if you have amplified damage at like 36, I don't know, 36 or 35, and then all the curse effect gear, it'll actually break immunities. So that's pretty convenient when your merc doesn't break immunities for you. And other than that, the only thing Necro gets is they get to use this body piece, which gives a little bit of run walk, which is nice. And near the bottom it says 20% cold absorb. That's like a Necro only augment, which is actually really good for the cold hands. Um, so anyways, we pretty much only do Ubers with this because it's just like the AoE for this skill isn't very high. So like it kind of sucks a little bit. I think it shoots 5. So like 5 times like 37, it's like, I don't know. It does like 180k per shot if you shotgun. And it does shotgun, so that's really cool. Um, but anyways, so pretty much for the gear, I think you always want to use a flail. There might be some like weird unique you could use as well, but the flail gives it has good frames. I think it's like -10, and then also it has a pierce augment, which is flail only, and then you can what's the word? It has low stat requirements, of course. 35 dex is really cool. 41 strength is good. And you put some bears in it. This used to have two bear runes, burr rune. 2 burr runes in it, and then that gives you more pierce. I used a super OP Kira's with the max res jewel in it, and maximum fire res corruption. So that's good. That gives cannot be frozen. I would always use this for pretty much anything, because it gives you so much res and cannot be frozen and max res. This is not Talrash's. This is what was the thing? The remnants of Triune Amulet. It got bugged when the patch switched. So it says Talrash's, but everything it does is the same. The big thing is the 4% enemy physical resistance per corrupted item. So if you have every single item corrupted, it'll give you 36% physical pierce. No, 40% if you have every item corrupted, but if you don't corrupt your shield, it'll give 36, which is a lot. So in total, I have 52% physical pierce. The body is attack speed based off of strength. I think this is a divine craft. And that's mostly for the life on kill and also the attack speed. And how the fuck did this get so many stats? I think it's just because of the stat jewel in it is why it has all that stuff. But it's good for the life on kill. I would probably always use this, I think. And yeah, also you want to get lots of stats. So the way I have it right now is that I actually don't have any stats in strength or dex or vitality. And just from lots of plus stat items, I end up getting enough for everything. And then also you just put the rest into energy. So you end up with a lot of energy. Go Mel's direction, 20% energy. It's pretty good. Lightning, resistance, corruption. Charadia, more 20% energy, some res. Oh yeah, this is the physical resistance based off of energy. So that's super good. So I have 106% physical resistance, which is more than enough. So that even if you get cursed, you won't, it won't even like lower your physical res. Super cool. But if you're Necro, at least you can run the curse immune Valor, so it doesn't really matter as much. But this is for World Star. If you have Divine, I guess you'd get like 65% or something, 66% maybe. And that's still really good. The other ring, this is either, you should either just use 2 of these, or if you can make a ring like this, which is an unset ring, which is when you take a Kane's ring, you do the strange cube onto it so it has a socket, and then you corrupt it and the corruption fails so it turns rare, and then you take that rare ring and you make it magic with a diffuser, and then you craft it with like a world star or whatever. This one's a world starred. And you can get like really good amulet or really good rings like that. Or at least really good res slash stat rings. So this gives like a total of, I don't know. It gives a lot. It's super good. It gives a lot of life as well. But yeah. If you don't have this, which probably almost no one does, just use another Charadia. It's like barely better, I think. Or it's like slightly worse even, it just gives more life. But yeah, and the boots are just normal life on kill. And you use Bone Weave so you get some more life in total. On swap, oh yeah, if you're a normal build, like not a Necro, you can have, do I have that item around here? Shit, I think I stored it somewhere. I don't know where it is anymore. Okay, well anyways, there's that chance to cast Energy Shield quiver. You can have that on swap with like a random crossbow. And then you can just like attack something or shoot a thing and then swap. And you'll have a decent chance of proccing it. It's not really needed though. Well, maybe it is needed. It depends on what you're doing. But specifically for Ubers, because there's a lot of elemental damage, it kind of sucks. And I only use this for Ubers, because if a build doesn't have very good AoE, pretty much you just do Ubers with it. That's my motto at least. Yeah, skills are whatever for Necro at least. I just kind of put the bunch into curses and these 2 things for some reason. But like you can never cast anything except for amplify damage to break immunities. Decrep doesn't work, by the way. It's really sad. Like the setup I have at least, it just barely breaks immunities. So amplify damage does, but decrep doesn't. Yeah, oh yeah, the charms are kind of weird. Why is this cold res? I don't need cold res. Wow, I had that wrong the whole time. Okay. Secondaries, you want a lot of faster hit recovery because this thing gives you negative 40% hit recovery. So you gotta recover that. If you don't offset this, you'll actually just die. It's not good. Tertiary, I did MDR just because the cold hands in Matron's Den are like the scariest thing. And then the rest of it is just life to help mitigate our awful life pool. It's still really bad, but at least because we have maxed physical res and pretty decent maximum resistance. Yeah, I ended up dying, I think, 5 or 6 times on the way to 99. Something like that. So it's not safe. It's not hardcore safe for sure. I would never do this on hardcore. But so, oh yeah, also the mercenary. So the mercenary uses, this is a mercenary that survives Ubers, by the way. So he uses Phoenix, which is for the redemption aura. That gives him good life regen. He uses Veil of Steel, which caps his res and also gives him Fortify. And this one has +1 skill corruption because I'm sick. And you use Duriel's Shell. And then basically with the Duriel's Shell MDR and the MDR from proccing Fortify, your Merc actually won't die to the things in Furnace. But first we're going to do Forgotten Sands. So because Duriel is annoying here, what you want to do is you want to have your Merc tank him. And if you do like Furnace of Pain first, there's the bug where your mercenary will probably get stuck, first of all. It kind of depends. Yeah, look, he's stuck. So he's going to teleport to us eventually once we get far enough away. And we don't want that because that bugs out his like hitbox or something, and then Duriel won't target him. So you always go into Forgotten Sands first. You kill these bugs and shit. The way... I don't know if this like applies to BattleNet or the servers, by the way, but at least in Pluggy, like when you find the Uber bosses, it depends on how many tiles you explore, and the edges of the map are actually tiles that count. So like since I went over here, it'll make it so that he spawns sooner than if I only went like this far and then kept going down. So that's just, I don't know, a thing for Pluggy, I guess. So you explore the edges, kill the monsters or whatever. Is this... Oh, normally I do players 5, not players 1. You could probably do players 7 or players 8, but it's just kind of less comfy and you're probably more likely to die, so... You know, you can run past everything if you want. You can do whatever you want, really. Also, again with the going to the edges thing. Oh, see, he spawned over here. So normally if I didn't go to the edges, he would spawn like down at the bottom left area. So anyways, because Duriel knocks you back, you don't want to tank him, so you get him to attack your Merc, like I said earlier. The Mercenary will probably ignore Duriel usually, which kind of sucks. But nothing you can do about that. He's dead. Also, I'm out of town portals. Dang. Another really minor thing is that if you give the Merc the splash jewel, so he has splash attack, and then you make sure that his Phoenix is in a giant thresher, that has 33% chance to open wounds. So when he does actually target the bosses, he'll break their regen, which is like a nice little bonus. And the melee splash is just to make sure that he actually lands hits, because the melee splash will shotgun on the boss, so it's more likely to cause the open wounds. So let's go to Furnace. The other two, it doesn't matter what order you do them in, it's just whatever you want. I'll see if I can get I'll get the Mercenary to come just to show that he doesn't really die. Come on. Sometimes he'll make it through that first part, but a lot of the time he doesn't. If you do want him to actually make it through, if you give him faster run walk, it's like way less likely that he'll get stuck. Let's go. I want to get a whole bunch of those things spawned just so I can show that he doesn't die. There's not very many dudes. There we go, look at him. He's a beast. So eventually he will actually die though, so you still have to like actually kill stuff or whatever. I still forgot to buy more town portal scrolls. Dang it.
Salutations.
Oh, I just don't have a tome. That's weird. And so last is Matron's Den. So Matron's Den is actually kind of annoying because like I kill these people and I get poisoned, and like the poison actually takes down my health. It's super annoying. So normally you want to have a bunch of rejuves ready, and pretty much you just, if you're ever like below 1/3 HP, you just pop a juve. And also you're gonna want them for this person, because normally your Merc will be too slow to tank. Oh, he actually got here in time. So we can get him to tank, and then whatever. But if you... Let me get out of here. If you can't do that though, then you just tank Lilith yourself, and then just pop juves whenever you're getting low. Yeah, I think that's everything. Is there anything I didn't mention? This might be able to do other zones, by the way, like Cave of Horrors or whatever, but I only wanted to do Ubers, so I just optimized it for that. Um, if the mercenary gets elemental weakness, then his poison res will actually drop below 85 with this setup. So if you change this jewel right now gives 12 MDR and a little bit of fire absorb. If you change this into what's that other jewel? If you change it to poison res, then he'll stay at 85 even with the elemental weakness. So that can be a good thing. And I think that's everything. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this charm. I probably meant to replace it at some point. I just forgot. Yeah, that's the whole build, I guess. Wow, that's 17 minutes long recording. That's crazy. Alright, if you try this out, good luck. If you don't, that's fine too, because it's like, it's okay. It's not super good though. It's alright.